Warning, this episode may contain some or all of the following: adult topics, adult language. Listener discretion is advised. Some topics or language may be offensive or triggering to some audience members. Welcome to Southern Storyteller. I'm Holly. I'll be your host. I just watched something very, very disturbing. It happened a couple of days ago in Minneapolis. And from everything that I understand, this gentleman by the name of George Floyd was sitting in a parked car when the police were called, saying that one of the stores in that vicinity, onto this man's neck with his knee. And he was struggling to breathe. Mr. Floyd was telling the officers, there was three of them. One had his knee on his neck. There was another one that wasn't caught on camera as much, and he was kind of like holding him down, and I believe putting handcuffs on him. Okay, I have a update. I recorded that first part yesterday, and then today, before I published it, I wanted to see if there was any updates, and the New York Times had an update. And there was another one pacing back and forth. I guess he was supposed to be for crowd control. I don't know. Well, this went on, just from what I saw on the video, well over 6 minutes of this guy laying on the pavement, face first in the pavement, with this guy, his knee on his neck. He was pleading that he couldn't breathe. He was pleading for his mother. He was saying that his stomach was hurting. Then the officers were ordering him to get up, to just relax, get up, get in the car. Just get up, get in the car, man. They said that over and over again. How could he get up with this guy's knee on his neck? I mean, how? How can anybody do that? How could somebody get up when somebody's knee was on the back of their neck? You could see this man die on camera. You could see the life leaving him because he was being suffocated. You could see this on camera. And I'm no expert in body language, but I agree with one of the guys on the sidewalk that said that guy looks like he's enjoying that. It did look like that. It really did. It looked like he was enjoying having so much power over this other man that his knee was grinding into his neck. Why the other two officers did not pull him off once that guy quit moving is, for the life of me, I will never understand that. But right now, the police chief has said that they are off of duty right now. But Mr. George Floyd, he died. He died on our city street with his face shoved into the pavement with a police officer's knee grinding into the back of his neck. And there's no sense in that. It shouldn't have happened. They were going to arrest him, fine, that's what they do. But they killed him. You could see him die on camera. Okay, I have a update. I recorded that first part yesterday. And then today, before I published it, I wanted to see if there was any updates. And the New York Times had an update. Okay, George Floyd, 46, died on Monday, May 25th, 2020, after being handcuffed and pinned to the ground by a police officer's knee. An incident that incited large protest on May 26th and 27th in Minneapolis. The explosive footage, recorded by a bystander and shared widely early Tuesday morning, led to a community outrage. An FBI civil rights investigation and the firing of all 4 officers involved. Now, I originally thought there was only 3 officers, but in fact there was 4. They were all fired. And now the FBI is heading up the investigation. Mr. Floyd's family said they should be charged with murder. Quote, "They took a life. They deserve life." Unquote. Mayor Jacob Frey of Minneapolis was quick to condemn the officer's actions. On Wednesday, he called for the prosecutor to file charges against the officer who had his knee on Mr. Floyd's neck. Mr. Floyd was pronounced dead at 9:25 p.m. on Monday, May 25th, 2020. Now, I would like to do a little research on Mr. Floyd as a person and do a proper in memoriam. That way we can give a proper look at his life, where to the public he isn't only another victim or a statistic of excessive force on a person of color. Now, as I was wrapping up that statement, another statement dropped, and this is what it says. Justice Department says has made an investigation into George Floyd's death. They've made it a top priority after furor over a video depicting a police officer kneeling on his neck spilled over and inciting the protest. The federal investigation will determine whether the actions of the former officer violated federal law. The U.S. District Attorney and the FBI special agent in charge said in a joint statement on Thursday, May 28th, it is a violation of federal law for an individual acting under color of law to willingly deprive another person of any rights protected by the Constitution or laws of the United States. The Minneapolis Police Department swiftly fired all officers involved, shown in the video, into the ambulance, and it was all rather clumsy, I think. It was very clumsy. I'm not an expert, but to me, it was just like they didn't give a crap. Alrighty. I want to thank everybody for listening to Southern Storyteller. I've been Holly, the host. Be safe out there, take care, and have a good one. I wanted to take a brief second and just thank the following sources for the information I gathered. KWIT.org, New York Times, and the Now This YouTube channel. Thank you for the information that y'all put out there so I could put this all together in one place. Alright. Thanks again.